Well, shalom. We have Sarah here from
Canada,
and Sarah and I met each other quite a while ago, and she's such a blessing, and here we are at the 24/7 Prayer House, and Sarah just partook of the creative moving, Unlocking Destinies, Releasing the River Dance Watch. So Sarah, what was it like for you today? You just danced with us for 2 hours using your voice and using your movement, and what was it like to dance with people that you never met before?
It was interesting. This time was a lot more relaxed and free-flowing than the very first time I showed up, because the first time I showed up I had no idea what I was getting myself into.
Exactly. And do you remember I said, put your properly behaved adult at the window and bring forth the child?
And this time I said to kick the properly behaved adult all the way outside.
That you did. That was very funny, and I think that was very, very important, because when we have the adult, we just are so inhibited. But as we put the properly behaved adult outside, we become so free. So Sarah, what was your favorite part? I mean, I know we went from like exercise to exercise, but is there something that stuck out for you that was especially silly or especially spiritual or whatever it was for you? Is there something in particular that you really enjoyed today?
I really enjoyed the group dance this time.
Oh, great.
The first time I really enjoyed the individual dances with the words.
Okay.
And this time I noticed that what really kicked in was the dances with the group.
Wonderful. That was to the music of Jillian Cherie, Daddy's Lullaby. That one in particular, is that what you're speaking about? Or we did a lot of different things. But I think it might have been that one that you're talking about.
Yeah, I think that one. Also, the one with the blindfold with the
yes.
turn on the light.
Yes.
The fact that that was about Ezekiel and the vision Ezekiel saw.
Yes.
Was also very, maybe not so much fascinating as much as insightful.
Insightful. And how did you feel about dancing with blindfolds on?
Well, this time I was less afraid I was going to bang into the wall.
Right, good.
The first time I wasn't really sure I wanted to move my feet at all.
Right.
This time I like staying on level 1 of movement.
Right.
Or going up and down fairly straight and
right.
not trying to do too much
right.
work versus doing a lot of arm movement.
Well, the encouraging thing is I don't have a blindfold on, so that I can watch and make sure that nobody falls out a window or something like that. But I really enjoyed your dance. I really did. And there were moments where you were just still, like you were just in a position of prayer, and there are other moments you were just exploring movement. And I really enjoyed it. And I want to thank you, because your freedom helps to set other people free, and so it goes. Because we are called not just to get free for ourselves, there it begins there, but we get free so that we can help to set other people free, like a flame,
true.
Right? Exactly.
Very true.
Right, so this was your second time. We're so happy that you joined us. What was it like for you to not only use your voice while you were dancing, but to project your voice?
Well, since I'm a singer, I sort of always project my voice.
Okay, good.
So that is normal.
Okay.
Doing it when it's not a specific song. Very first time was slightly awkward.
Yes.
This time, again, I felt more relaxed, more comfortable with it.
Good, good.
I could definitely tell that something was happening when I did it.
Wonderful.
And I had one little bit in it that was a little bit different even for me.
Okay.
That's what happens.
Right.
When you...
Yeah. That's what happens when you do things you've never done before. Exactly. Can you see how when we put the properly behaved adult out, can you see how when we come as a child, how we could really influence people around us with our freedom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Definitely. What was it like for you to do the pre-prayer dances where the person was releasing a fruit of the Spirit over you, whether it be glory or fire or shalom or long-suffering? They look at you and they listen. What would that look like? What would a glory dance look like for Sarah? What would it sound like? What would it look like? What was that like for you to be involved in that? Yeah, either way, or both. You can talk about both. What was it like for you?
I was interested that this time I had the opposite as what I had last time.
Okay.
So I found that very interesting. I also found the ones that were called over me were accurate to what's been going on.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
And then doing the dance itself, I just was interested how to observe how the dance changed,
Amen.
how the song changed,
Amen.
depending on what it was.
Amen.
Specifically with long suffering, that was the slower
Yes.
versus
Yes.
one of the
Fire or
well, I had fire danced over me.
okay.
I think
Glory or shalom, long suffering, joy.
joy was definitely faster than long
Yeah.
suffering.
Yeah. So the
And how those
tempos.
work together.
Yeah.
Sort of like water. Some areas it flows slow, others it flows quick.
Awesome. I love what you're sharing, and I love how you're explaining it. Let's see, what was it like for you when you were making a sound score for, you were singing and the other person, your partner was dancing. What was that like for you to sing for them and to see how they responded to your sound score that you provided for them?
I find it interesting.
Okay.
I usually try and do more deliberate tonality versus just sounds.
Okay.
For some reason during that section.
Okay.
It's very interesting.
It was interesting. But what was it like for you to be the dancer of someone making a score over you? Did you feel silly? Because we're looking to really be the child, so...
It's not so much that you feel silly as that there's just enough of a sense of unpredictability in it.
Good.
That you can never project what the person is going to
Amen.
do. And you never know if you're going to have to abort a slow idea because
Right.
you just went into...
Exactly. Right. Exactly. Or say, take a breath, and you're like in the air, stuck in the air. Yeah, no, that's great. I really appreciate your feedback about this. Yeah. So dance is many things. It's not just the obvious joy, which is so important because that breaks the yoke. But dance is intercession. It's healing. It's restoration. And what was it like for you to just dance with other people? Not just one partner, not just two, but you had an opportunity to partner with each and every person. And your dances, hence your dances and your songs were completely different. What was that like? What was it like for you?
It was definitely interesting too, since we're doing it in partners. It's not like we're dancing, except for the one dance, in an entire
Right.
group.
Right.
Well, I've done circle dances, which are in an entire group.
Right.
Doing switching partners, it definitely means that you're not predictable.
Yes, exactly.
And that you're in a constant state of discerning into the spirit.
Yes, amen.
Which I know full well is going to have me completely tired out tonight.
Woo! Well, I really want to thank you for digging deep, because you were digging for treasures. And you were not just dancing out your own healing. You were standing in and interceding for what people, whether they were here or they weren't here. God uses the dance as intercessory prayer. And it's really awesome, you know. And as I talked about, you can do movement, but then when you do movement with conviction, it's like you need to breathe deeper, because it's almost like you're doing a warfare dance, you know.
Oh, it's definitely warfare.
Amen. I'm so glad that you understand that, because there's a lot of people yet in the body of Messiah who don't really understand the depth of the dance. They just think it's something that's supposed to be aesthetically pleasing, but they don't yet have the understanding. Exactly. They don't yet have the understanding of the depth of what that dance is. And I just want to say that Sarah's come out to the concerts that I've done at the Railway, the First Station stage, and I've been so grateful. She's been such a wonderful support. Is there anything else you want to say, Sarah, to the listening audience about the importance of dance worship in the body of Messiah? Is there anything you'd just like to say to people who may be watching about the importance and the...
Well, there's two things that kept coming to my mind today as I was dancing.
Okay.
One was when I was dancing over my partner with the word joy. And that was that the joy of the Lord would be our strength.
Amen.
Sometimes I come here, it's after work, I'm already fairly tired, and yet I still have the strength to go into the dance, into the joy.
Amen.
And God fills me so that I can go through it.
Amen. That's so good.
And the other thing is that if we care what people think, we're not going to do anything.
That's right.
Because we can't please anybody,
That's
everybody, because we're not ice cream.
Ooh, I like that. What a great way to close out. Thank you so much for what you said. It's true. As long as our eyes are fixed on people, we're not going to come into our destiny. So I want to wish you a beautiful Shabbat Shalom. Thank you so much for what you deposited in this house today.
And thank you, Leora, for leading it.
Oh, my pleasure. You're so welcome. And have a wonderful Shabbat. Lots of love from Jerusalem. Bye.